Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 54 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily, news in the code. Riding on a blockchain, heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying, rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon, and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm, lifted higher and higher. With Chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. All those diamonds, digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Whether you like it or not, I have you wild and free. Good morning, everyone. How you all doing? Welcome to Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 54 on this awesome Thursday, August. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, I think I'm in August. October 17. Today's a double dose for us. We're going to do our daily stream like you're listening to now. And then we're going to have our weekly stream with all our friends from Dgenz, and who knows who else wants to come in and drop by and say hi. So it's a double dose, exciting day for us. And I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of things to talk about. Is Bitcoin going down? Right? We talked about yesterday how we're all excited for Bitcoin to move up to whatever it was, 72 to 74,000. Is it going to regress today and tomorrow? We can talk about that today. What's happening with Politified tokens? Is Kamala Harris going up and Trump going down? We'll talk about that. I want to also get into some fundamental analysis on the PIN category, right? The sector for decentralized physical infrastructure network. And so I want to see what's new and exciting in that sector. Maybe we'll look at some projects, go into what they do and what they offer. It'll be interesting and fun. For those that are new to the stream, welcome. You're 54 episodes behind. And so please catch up. There's a lot of stuff we talk about all the time. You know, all of our streams are posted live as they are, and I'm reposting them as I go. They're live also, or they're streamed also on YouTube. And I think soon we want to try to put it on Spotify as well, so that wherever you go, you can listen to them on the go. So that's the whole point of this, to make sure that we all, beat this crypto thing together, because it's always evolving and it's always changing, and we have to stay on top of it. Doing a weekly stream is nice and fun, and I think we can bring in a lot of guests this way. But crypto world is literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and encompasses everybody in the world. And it's important that we stay on top of it. So if you're new to the stream, here's your opportunity to follow me on social media to make sure you get all the updates as they go along. As well, you can go ahead and follow our Dgenz NFT account to stay in touch with us, right? We are a Solana-based community that, again, tries to brave this new world, right? Because it is very difficult to navigate it all yourself. We're like-minded individuals that had some experience in this crypto thing. I've been in crypto since 2013. Some others have been around since 2018, graduated in that class. So we have a lot of experience. We have a lot to talk about, and we can share those things and try to get better together. So go ahead and click on this link right here and hit that follow right there. Next, if you are interested in interacting in the stream, and I strongly suggest it, because I can definitely get into things that you want to get into as well, is go to the broadcast page and go to the bottom right hand corner into the chat and say GM chart, looking forward to the double stream. Just like that. If you put in a request, it's awesome, and it is worthy for me to look at and chart. I will definitely do that, and we'll go over it together. Lastly, if you are actually taking calls in our Discord and you're using Blowfin, click on this QR code and make sure you get that 10% off. All right, because every dollar counts, and if you're doing lots of trades, they actually accumulate, right? And it's worthwhile getting that 10% back on the trades from Blowfin, because there's lots to trade, right? Every single day, whether it's Moonday going down 20% or DIA going up 12%, doesn't matter, right? All right, let's get into the news. So it says here, Bitcoin demand surges in bullish catalyst that may drive price to 70,000. So we discussed this yesterday in the stream, why it's going to get to probably 72,000, 74,000 by the end of this month. I don't know if it's going to have enough juice to get past that. On the weekly, kind of does, right? But, let's see where the momentum is in about a week. Okay. So it says here, technical indicators point to a price surge, and poly market bettors have their money on BTC passing 70,000 this month. Many signs are pointing to BTC hitting 70,000 in the near future, from technical market data to prediction market betting. Inflows into the US BTC ETFs continue to be significant, with 458 million inflow during the Wednesday trading day. So Wednesday alone had an inflow of 458 million into the ETFs. I mean, just follow the money, right? We always say that. Follow the money. So the money's flowing to BTC. Guess what's going to happen? Says here, Bitcoin demand is returning after being mostly muted since May, with apparent demand spiking to a monthly growth of 177,000 BTC last week, in a move that preceded a 5% rally. Bitcoin is up 11% on the week, and that's good. Now, the issue is is right now on the daily, it doesn't look fantastic. I'll show you why. So this is going to be the hourly, just because I want you to see that the action on Bitcoin, right? So see how things bounce, right? So we have this and then a bounce off the EMAs and then out. So most likely we get a bounce again and then we go up again, which means this EMA is probably going to land around this resistance here. Sorry, this support's here. So the support is going to act as a bounce. So that looks to be about 65,000. Okay. So we might have a drawdown today with all also bleeding as well, right? We'll keep an eye on the dominance of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going up and dominance is going up, that means alts are not going up as much. And vice versa. If Bitcoin is going down and the dominance is going up, that means alts are getting killed, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. There's a good chance of this happening within today. So if this happens today, it's going to send alts probably crashing a little bit. Use this opportunity to add, right? It's kind of like getting a discount from yesterday. Or yesterday you wanted to buy it at a certain level. Today it's 5% off. That's a win, right? So keep an eye on that. I know it looks like it's trying to go up, but I have my doubts, right? Just because even though it's reset here, it could probably move further south. If we take a look at the 4-hour scale, right, we see that crossover. So that's the bearish crossover that I always talk about. We want bullish crossovers, right? These are deep bullish crossovers. This is probably going to take maybe a day to rectify, which means most likely here we get that support. So first support was like 65, like we said just now. Second will be about 64. And again, it's going to most likely meet these EMAs, right, as they move forward. So it looks like maybe next week is the explosive week, because right now it seems like we're all just setting up for that move, right? We're resetting a whole bunch of indicators. We're waiting for that full reset. When I mean by full reset, that means like your weekly, your daily, your 4-hour and 1 hour are all reset for the bulls. That means like price actions down here. All right, so let me do that again. The price action is actually down here, waiting. This is fully reset. On the daily, it's fully reset and doing the same thing. That means everything's ready to go. And it happens once in a while, but it all happens when everything is perfect. Every single time frame is fully reset. And then we have these explosive moves. Like, oh my God, no wonder it happened. Well, yeah, because everything was reset. So we keep an eye on that. On the daily, right? You can see that, right? Like there is some regression happening as we're looking at it. What happens with this? I'm curious, right? Here's why. So if I take a look at this, there we go. And if you notice that it's oscillating, so essentially just doing this, right? The other thing I want to notice is that it's in a channel oscillating, right? So there's the channel. Wait, let me just do it again. Just like that. All right, you see that? So eventually it's going to pop out of that channel. So if it's oscillating like this, it's going to pop, right? This pop is what we were waiting for the end of October. And then we have that drawdown again. Okay, so we're close, right? The weekly suggests a similar thing. I'll show you what I mean. See that? We talked about that crossover. So when you get these crosses, we have these surges. We get a cross and you surge. We get that cross again, most likely a surge to that level, to that red level. Okay. Now, this weekly could surge really, really strongly. Like, for example, it can just bypass this completely and then goes to the next level. In this case, we'll be up here. Right? That means we'll probably get like 84,000, 85,000. Also, a possibility is like we stop here, come down a little bit, and then continue into the new year, right? So don't forget, this is the top of 2021. So that bull run was peaking at that level, right? So this is why I put it up there, because I want to know if we get there. So if we get there and we're starting to curl back down, we can say definitively that's a major top. All right. So we'll have to keep an eye on that on the weekly scale. So whenever that happens, we'll be ahead of it. You'll definitely know. You'll be notified either on the stream or in our Discord, right? Because we do a lot of our chit chat in our Discord. So that's the MACD on the weekly, right? So if you'll take a look again, if we go back to what we're talking about, that represents this peak here. Even though we got higher, it was a lower high on the MACD. You see that? So we want to produce that high again, right? Which will be probably here. That's why I say about 100,000 is good. If anybody says higher than that, I commend you. And I think you're brave in saying that. And if it gets there, I'll be happy, right? I'm sure you'll be happy. But I like to be cautious, especially with the things that we had before, right? We all thought we're going to get to at least more than that, right? That wave should have been really up here, right? At 100,000 and then full regression down. But we never got that. We actually got way less than that. So I have to be cautious with the next move up, right? Because if we don't get that 300,000 per Bitcoin and we're all expecting it, we're all going to be pissed that we missed that top, right? So if we get to that level, I'm happy. If we get past that level, I'm even more happy, because that means alts are going crazy. They're parabolic. So that's a good thing. Let's get into the indicators really quickly. There's so much to talk about every day, so I want to make sure that we get through them. Again, right? There's a possibility of this happening, right? Where we have this pump in dominance, just like how we had in the previous bull run, right? So the previous bull run consisted of kind of similar thing, right? So we had, resistance and then pump and then down, right? And that's when we got into the bull run, 2020 to 2021. Same can happen here really quickly, right? At the resistance and then pop and then straight down, right? So I kind of expect that, which means Bitcoin's going to have a short, really strong run where alts are going to just sit on the sidelines. So let's keep an eye on that. If it does happen, just don't cry. Buy yourself some mining companies, right? Because they're going to be probably surging as well. Diversify your portfolio so you do have some exposure to Bitcoin, including most likely the alts that are attached to Bitcoin, right? If we to, let's just see here quickly, BTC, right? There's also categories, I think, for Bitcoin. Yeah, I think this might be it. No, let's look at, so ordinals, right? This ORDI token is part of a larger group. There we go. That's what I want. So I want the Bitcoin ecosystem. So you would do this. You would go, and if Bitcoin is going, that means most of these are going to go at the same time, right? So any of these will be fine. So ORDI, Sats, I don't know about any of these runes or whatever. It's up to you if you want to trade them. But there is like, I guess it's all runes and ordinal inscriptions. So it's up to you when you want to trade. At the end of the day, like most of these are going to go at the same time. Or you can just buy some stocks, right? So if we go with the stocks and look, everything's down today. It just seems like everything's going to go down. But we talked about this the other day, where this is going to happen. Like this run is going to happen. I'm 1,000% sure, because history does repeat itself, right? Like you saw this happening before, and even in 2015, 2016, 2017. Okay, so there we go. So there's your 2017 bull run, right? Before that, we had 2013 is the bull run, right? So this was a bull run. Okay, that went from, what is it, $9 to $25. So there's going to be a run, whether you like it or not. And we are at a level where things are going to be happening sooner than later, right? So we're here. Does it get to this level? We don't know, but it sure is going to get to that 100%. So between $9 and $40. Like if you're not happy with that, that you don't understand traditional finance. So that you can do that as well. Is there anything else in the news? I know we went too much into charting. I didn't really see anything specifically. People can speculate why Elon Musk is moving his Bitcoin. I mean, who cares at the end of the day? Like, why do we care? It doesn't mean anything to us. Some Bitcoin traders were spooked as Tesla on Wednesday moved its Bitcoin stash for the first time in over 10 years, or over 2 years, sorry. So far, though, none of the Bitcoins have apparently made it to the exchange wallets or were swapped for stablecoins. Exactly. So what are we talking about? And even if he does want to swap to stablecoins, do you think he's going to put it on the market? Right? You think he's going to go into, say, Mexi or Binance, just sell it? Like, we're talking about $750 million. It's impossible to do that unless he wants to tank Bitcoin price and lose the money in the process. So it's going to be an OTC trade, right? It's going to be a simple handoff, a swap over stablecoin. So this is just a non-issue. And if you guys think this is an issue, please just get out of crypto. Yeah, I didn't see too much stuff happening today. There is a momentum for a Republican winner in the election, which is obviously Donald Trump. So let's get into the Politify tokens, because they're going the opposite ways. So let's take a look at them now. All right, so Trump had a pretty decent lead in all of this, We did see a surge the other day, right? Let me zoom in here so you can see, right? Lots of daily volume, by the way. Like this volume is interesting, right? The one thing that happened is, these EMAs saved the action pretty well, right? So you can say to yourself, oh, we're saved, right? Yeah, you can say that. Also, you can say that there's a possibility of a dump because of this. This MACD looks really, really toppy. It all depends on what happens with this next momentum, right? If this next momentum is up again and then down, then we should be okay. If this momentum is a small bump, then this action is definitely going to dump. Okay, so keep an eye on that momentum, right? And it has to continue to move up. So it has to be continually bullish in order for us to get that next level, which here is about 60 to 80 cents, right? We talk about this level all the time. Okay. So 62 cents, it's about 100% move, close to about 80% move maybe. And we are closer and closer, right, to that election. And I will repeat myself again, because I know the people that are new to the stream, that are just watching this for the first time, probably missed it. And I say this again, do not hold these tokens past the election, because it's happened all the time. The events usually get sold beforehand and then during, right? If you're holding after that, you're going to be down 30 to 40% easily. Okay. See these candles right here? See these candles right here? That's a news event candle. That means whatever it was being priced in right here. And then when the news hit, it just drops. Okay. You can say to yourself, oh, you know what? I'm going to hold past that anyway. I'm going to wait until Donald Trump is the president. And then I'm going to just wait on and hold on to this. I'm going to get $1 billion market cap. That's nice if you really think that, right? But what's going to happen probably is going to get up to here, or even better, let's get up to here, this level right here. So we're going to get up to there. It's going to try it here. Election's going to happen, and then it's going to be a downward missile, and another one, and then another one, and then post election, you're going to be like, oh shit, I should have had sold here because that was an obvious play. Well, yeah, you're listening to this stream, you should know this. Secondly, you're going to hope here that it goes up again. How do we know it's going to go up again? We really don't, right? Sure, they can add fundamental analysis on Donald Trump and make, I don't know, some new utility for the token, but do you want to wait for that? I sure don't. So we want to be selling at these key levels, right? We have identified 2 key levels for now, which are here and here. Okay, you can sell here if you want to, if we get there. But those are the 2 levels I was talking about forever. I would suggest do not hold past that. Just don't. Because you're going to get something like this and then get that. And maybe somewhere in 2025, you'll get a run again. But again, you're waiting on that. You're going to miss out on a lot of plays. So that's Trump for you. Okay. There's still some upside. Be careful of this because it doesn't look good. So Kamala Harris is the token that's associated with Kamala Harris's bid to be the president. It is struggling and struggling and struggling. So what can we say about the setup? Well, one of the things I noticed is, it's treading water here, pumped to the next level, and then went down to touch back. One of the things I can probably say is there might be a surge above that into the next level, which means it's probably going to be something like that. Now, does it go straight to the first resistance? It remains to be seen because first resistance is actually here. Let's call it right there. Okay. That's the first resistance. It's not bad. If you're actually adding right now, you probably get about 50%. If you are underwater and you're waiting for some massive surge, it probably will happen. Like as we get closer and closer to the election, there's going to be a whole bunch of chatter about who's winning, who's not, what polls are giving you, what indication who's going to win or not. The point is there's going to be a lot of volatility. So if we get a surge, sell here, right? Be happy you sold here. If we do have some crazy momentum where all of a sudden Donald Trump is just losing his mind and something's happening, right? Then we sell here and then we run like crazy. Because again, we don't know what happens post-election. If she becomes president or doesn't become president, this could probably double top and then go straight down. And then we wait forever. Okay? We don't want to do that. So if you're holding either of them, be careful. You have about 2 weeks left. And then please sell and wait on the sidelines. All right? So those are the 2 Politify tokens we track every single day. What is happening with a few of the tokens we always check on? That being Velo. Okay, let's do Velo really quickly. There's Velo. Let me remove some of these. All right, so hopefully we're not getting that action to the lower level, and it looks like we are. This is not good. This is really not good. So one of the things I told you guys is, we don't want to be down here, because then it takes a while to get going again, which means if we come down here, think about the move. We still have to go through the motions of doing the full head and shoulders, right? So that means most likely we'll have action in the new year, right? It kind of sucks, but hopefully the bulls actually come back here at this level, because it's gonna suck holding. Everyone's gonna be negative. No one's gonna be talking about Velo anymore. For me, nothing changes. Again, I'm holding through all of this. I'm seeing the end of 2025 when we're at the peak bull, when this project is going to be valued at 35 cents, 45 cents, whatever the case is. Because don't forget, when Velo moves, it moves quickly, right? I've identified this a long time ago, and I'm going to tell you guys again. This move right here, 2 weeks to go from, let me just do an accurate assumption here. Okay, so from here to there is 500% in 2 weeks. All right. So imagine in bullish conditions, like full bullish conditions, where everyone's buying everything and they know they're going to make lots of money and liquidity is flowing. That 500 move is going to be nothing, right? It's going to be basically this, where that move is now like this, right? 3 weeks, we get to like 15 cents. And you're looking at yourself like, oh my God, I had an opportunity to buy and I didn't. Keep telling you guys, you wait, you lose, especially at these levels. Okay, Opulus, very similar, right? Actually went up 15% yesterday. I did tell you guys that when it gets going, it's going to go, right? And we're approaching these bullish conditions. The volume's starting to heat up, and we're going to get these moves. Probably first at 25 cents, right? Somewhere in here. And then quick pit stop down here and then up. So you may not have enough time. All right. Layer AI. I really love this project. I just wondered, when are bulls coming? Because, it looks like it's going to go, and it doesn't go, then it's going to look like it's going to go. So I think the conditions are not right yet. When they're right, you can see easily what happens, right? Because, this move took 4 weeks. That's 10x in 4 weeks. What do you think is going to happen when we have full bullish conditions, right? And we're sitting, say, at the top of this at the start of the bull run. That means we might actually get to 80 cents, right? So imagine sitting here on a boatload of layer AI and we get to 80 cents. All right. This is free money, guys. Like, honestly, this is like, you couldn't ask for a better setup and for better conditions, right? So use this time wisely. Look into the projects that we talk about. Do your own research. Make sure you check them out, and then go into, your exchange and buy them. All right. All right. We got 10 minutes left. Let's look into some deep in. All right. So how do we do that? Let's go and do that together. All right. Type in deep in into the search, just like this. Okay. Then we go to the categories and hit deep in. All right. First thing we notice is the market cap is 22 billion. All right. Compared to other sectors, it's actually quite a lot, right? Like I'll show you with RWA. So they're at 7 billion. So DPIN is way bigger. Okay. So why is it bigger? I think there's a lot more projects out there that claim they're DPIN, right? So if you take a scroll, right, there are many projects. Like, you can just keep going. There's 2 pages of this, right? They're all going to try to capture some market. It usually happens with every cycle, right? When we had layer 1 explosion, everybody wanted to have a D app, right? So these D app projects were just showing up and saying, "Oh, I'm going to revolutionize poker. Oh, I'm going to revolutionize, driving, and who knows what." They're going to just capitalize something, and none of them did anything. Like none of them. Only a few of them actually did something, and they had some staying power. So most of these projects are going to go to zero after the next bull run. Most of them. So how do we know which ones to get into, right? How do we know some of them will have staying power? Like, will internet computer have staying power, right? It is $3.6 billion in market cap. It has an infinite total supply or max supply structure, which is fascinating because that means, has infinite selling pressure, right? I mean, think about that for a second. If we knew that in stocks, that there's infinite amount of shares being printed every single day, then that stock value should be at zero, right? So, we'll look at ICP, for example, and say, what is internet computer? It says internet computer blockchain incorporates a radical rethink of blockchain design powered by innovations in cryptography. It provides the first world computer blockchain that can be used to build almost any Web 2 online system or service. Doesn't sound exciting to me, right? So they say they have DeFi, NFT games, whatever. I mean, essentially what Solana's doing. And Solana has the most users out of any blockchain, more than ETH. So, what can you say about that? I don't think internet computer should be classified as a DePIN. What I really mean by DePIN is like render, right? The decentralized infrastructure. Not blockchain essentially, but like infrastructure to have decentralized applications that remove the need for centralized applications. For example, like internet, right? Like render services, the graphics design community. So, there's need for these things because we need to remove central entities because of not only removing centralized points of failure, but also removing the chances of a breach, right? And we need to take some of that back into a decentralized mode, and a lot of these projects are providing that. Like Render, for example, is providing. Says here, computing platform for applications ranging from 3D rendering to machine learning and generative AI. The network connects node operators looking to monetize their idle GPU compute power with artists and developers looking to scale intensive 3D rendering work and machine learning applications in the cloud, right? So that serves a huge market, and Render should be valued this much, right? 2 billion, absolutely. In fact, it should be like, based on what Nvidia is doing, it should be worth like 50 billion right now. You can almost say it's undervalued, right? Again, max supply is infinite. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they could just keep printing forever and ever. The graph. There's an interesting one. It says here, it's an indexing protocol and a global API aimed at organizing blockchain data while making it easy accessible via GraphQL. Developers can use Graph Explorer to search, find, and publish all the public data they need to build decentralized applications. This makes it possible for developers to build serverless dApps that run entirely on public infrastructures. See? Again, these are the ones we want to look at, right? Like serious contenders for staying power, right? Because again, most of these applications after the next cycle are going to go away, right? When the price of something goes down, people get disinterested. They start to not use these products, I should say, right? Keep going down this huge list, like Holochain, for example. I think they were aiming to decentralize the internet. Holo is a platform linking Holochain apps with the conventional web, allowing anyone to earn Holo Fuel by hosting distributed apps on the computer, akin to Airbnb for web hosting. Okay, so never mind. They're trying to be a decentralized host. Hosts control what apps they serve, set prices, and manage priorities, seamlessly integrating decentralized apps into web browsing. So this kind of like storage and hosting solutions. I mean, they've been around for a while now. They haven't been around at least 2 cycles now. So from 2018, 2017 till now. So there's one you should look at. Let's look at one more before we finish the stream. What's Hive Mapper? So I'm interested in things like this, actually. Low market cap. Supply is about 60% diluted, 63% diluted. It looks good. I'm sorry. Circulating supply is 2.7 billion. It's about 27% diluted. I was looking at the total supply. Okay. What does it do? All right. It doesn't say here. Let's go to their website. Okay, so the fastest growing mapping company in history. 28% global coverage, 360 million kilometers mapped. 17 million total unique kilometers mapped. Okay. So what does it do? Trusted by leaders in technology, automotive, mapping, real estate, the public sector, and beyond. Custom built hardware and software that maps down to the centimeter. Okay, why should you do this? 3D mapping, stereo depth cameras capture 2 to 3 images with depth and distance of objects. Object localization, edge processing automatically identifies positions, road features. Okay. AI event detections, real-time driving event detections include harsh braking and swerving. So 28% of roads were mapped in 20 months. Okay, but that's good. So what's the point of this? Just updating maps in the world? Interesting. Okay. So if we want to say that this should replace Google Maps, I'm down for that. Right? Because all that means is it pushes Google to either compete or, people will go to B-Maps, I guess, and get the most updated look on what the map of that area is. This is actually interesting, right? I do believe that you get some tokens for that if you're mapping. So you're getting rewarded all the time for mapping the world. So all it is, you buy a dash cam and then you get money back. This is really interesting. Okay, I might have to look into this. I mean, I don't really drive too far. That's the only downside of that. You would have to travel the world, right? But that's interesting. So it seems like you are getting some tokens in return. That's cool. It's on Solana, so it's going to be fast. So there's something interesting in my estimation. Let's look at its chart. So that's honey. All right, let's look at honey. Okay. So the one thing that I always hate is the fact that when projects have incentives and they pay these incentives in their token, their native token, there's going to be selling pressure unless they reuse that token in some way. So if they say to everyone, okay, you can use the honey token to buy a dash cam, a brand new dash cam, or you can do something else, you can buy a service or whatever, then at least that token is being reused. When the token is not reused, there's no feedback loop. That means as soon as they earn, they will sell. As soon as they earn, they will sell, right? Which only puts so much pressure, downward pressure on their token. Then, say, for example, tokens valued at, I don't know, 0.003 cents or whatever. People that are buying these dash cams, they're going to say, what's the point of this? I'm getting only pennies to drive around. I'm using gas. I'm not getting that much money out of this. They're going to have to create something of a feedback loop to keep the price stable, at least, because otherwise, what's the point, right? You're updating for the sake of what? Pennies, and then it costs you gas money to go around and do that. So I would say there has to be a better mechanism. So if you have this project as a part of your portfolio and you have more information, please tag me or send me a comment. I will read them all. So let's see what happens with that project. I'm interested to see how they're going to have a feedback loop, because otherwise it'll be just like what's that running and walking app? I forget what it's called now, but it's the same kind of thing where it provided them tokens. The tokens got sold, or the NFTs got sold really quickly, and then the NFTs were worthless, like absolutely worthless, and the tokens are worthless. It's the GMT. That's what it was. Let me look it up. GMT. Step-in. That's right. This is it. So this is the governance token. So at least the governance token is okay, right? It's going down, but it's probably going to pick up again. But the in-game token, I think it's called GM. Let's do step-in again. Step-in. Oh, this is it right here. Okay. Oh, no. Hold on a second. I gotta find it. I'm interested to see whether or not it's worthless. GMS, maybe? GMT. Let me quickly look it up. And step in. Okay, so there's two of them. It's a GST, that's it. Green Satoshi token. It is valued at 0.005 cents, right? And the chart looks like shit, I'm sure. GST, let me look it up really quickly. All right. Exactly what you can expect from it. So this is what happens when you don't feedback loop that token, right? You just don't. Now, there is a surge. So like you saw that when we were bullish in early of this year, we pumped and then went straight down. This is what I was saying to you guys about also the Donald Trump thing and the Kamala Harris thing. There's going to be a pump, and then it's going to be eventual regression. And with this, because there's no feedback loop, you can't really like feedback demand. So it's going to continually go down, even though there's usage. Okay, so that takes us to the end of the stream. I thank you again for joining me for episode 54. There's going to be the weekly stream in about an hour and a half from now. So hopefully you guys join me for that. We're going to probably discuss a lot of things, including maybe NFTs. Are they back? Are they not back? We'll see. Maybe some shitcoins as well. If you found this stream helpful in any way, please do share it. It'll help the stream out, and it'll help somebody out for sure, especially if they're playing a Politify token like Kama or Trump. Thank you again for joining me for episode 54. We will see each other tomorrow and in an hour and a half now. Bye, everyone.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go.
Dgenz Crypto Daily, news in the code. Riding on a blockchain, heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying, rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon, and Ether's on fire. Rollers in the storm, lifting higher and higher. With Chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping, cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping, cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds. Digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.